What's up, everybody? So, welcome back to the How a Guitar Body is Made. I'm back at Starbucks editing video today. And so here's the little intro to this. Yesterday we saw the pin router, so if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that. And then watch this video. This is going to be the rest of the cutting out of the body. So using a bandsaw, as you see this here, there's been a template that's been put on the bottom of the body, and the line has been traced, and then he'll go over to the bandsaw. So this is where we pick it up now, and then we'll check him after.
So the first thing that the next thing we're gonna do is cut out the body, and we're gonna clean the edge with various routers. So all we're gonna do is cut away a bunch of material. And the reason we're just going to trim, you don't need to get any closer than that. In fact, that might be too close. Okay, so that's all the closer we need to get, and you don't really even need to get this close. Okay? Basically, what we're trying to do is turn it into something like this rather than turn it into powder. So, bandsaw is one of those tools where everybody wants to jump in and grab the shit that they just cut off. Don't worry about it. Let it be there. It's not. We can still cut with all that stuff right there. Here, let me show you.
You don't get any closer.
No. Well, and furthermore, this blade it only cuts through one way. It doesn't come back out the other side. The blade comes back around way over here. So don't worry about getting that shit out of the way. Just leave it there. Unless it falls into here and pokes out this way and you can't physically move. Then turn the saw off, let it come to a complete stop, and finger that piece out of there. So you always want to be moving through the cut. You don't want to stop and then try to turn it. You want to be moving forward through the cut. This line here is this is the danger area. If your hand covers this line at all, you know you are in the path of the blade. Sometimes I'll put my palm on this edge and push with my fingers while my palm is firmly planted on the saw. As soon as you come off the saw, you're in the action area. Okay? It is very likely that sometimes you can push, and you like say you're coming out of a cut, and the resistance of the cut is gone, but your forward momentum still stays. And if you're pushing over this line here, you will get cut. That's why I have a stick with a pointy end on it. Okay. So yeah, you can be here, you can be here, but I don't want you to, kind of get on the side of the saw, face the saw, address the saw, and make your cuts. If your hand is in the action area of the blade, anchor your palm on the table or this piece right here. Cool. So once you get done on the band saw, we're going to start trimming the excess off on the pin router.
You need to do it in like a soft, sultry voice, but then people won't be able to hear you.
Yeah. So one of the things that you want to make sure of when you're doing this step is that you keep the piece oriented the same to the cutting blade every time you go through, because that pin and the cutter aren't aligned exactly perfect. They're really, really close. But every time you go around, you want to make sure that you're not spinning it a different direction, because you'll end up with striations that you need to sand out. I usually think of a guitar body, especially a telly body, as 4 sides. You have the front side, and you can see as he's turning it, he turns it, and so this is a flat side, even though he's going up and down, fore and aft. He's still keeping it that direction, and then he'll turn it and he'll do the next side and turn it again.
So when you say they're not lining up, it's from different angles, right?
Correct. Front to back and side to side. Yeah. And it's close enough, but if you change orientation, you'll see it a little bit. It'll look like plywood. Just sort of pushing it straight through.
It's because they're both not the same exact diameter.
No, it's because the pin and as much as you try and get them to align, they're still not quite perfect. Even if it's only 10,000ths or even half of that, it's noticeable when you pull it out. If the CNC is accurate, I've actually seen where the CNC will throw itself off enough that it does the exact same thing. And the reason he doesn't go down further is because you don't want to risk running into the template, or even worse, running the bit into the pin.
So he's going to do this.
Boom.
So see the bit has a bearing up here that rides on what we just did. I left this big chunk here because I need to get it cut a little closer. So we'll cut it a little closer.
So there's the basic shape of the body with the basic routes done. You'll notice that there are two lumps on the side, or maybe on that guitar just one. Those are the off-body alignment pins that are used to still drill the holes for the bridge, the string through screws and all that sort of stuff. This is just the main shape of the body. I was not able to capture, because of being busy winding pickups and such yesterday, that I was not able to capture a whole bunch of other processes. So there's a bunch of other manual processes. Drilling your holes for your jack, the hole for the jack, the end pin for the strap pins, any cable routing inside the guitar. Now on a Telecaster it's very simple, but all the little holes that go between the pickups and between the control cavity and the pickup cavities, like that sort of stuff, as well as the through holes for the string through. Now that's a critical piece, because you got to make sure those all line up on the front of the guitar and on the back of the guitar. And Matt's got a really neat template to do that. And then just a bunch of little other things like that. And then it's all about prepping for painting. So in our next video, I'm going to show you prepping for painting. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff with UV pore filler and sanding and all this other stuff. So to get these guitars ready to paint. So that's a whole nother deal. And then I believe this morning when we get there today, they're going to start painting. And I'm going to continue winding pickups with everybody who is there. And then we're going to start on fretwork. So stay tuned if you want to see kind of a day-to-day update of these guitars as they go through these processes until the end of the week. Thanks for hanging out. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe and like button. I know it's a little kind of like bang, bang, bang and quick edits and stuff, but you know, working on the road, this is what we do. Production value to match. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Hit the subscribe button. Please do that. Patreon supporters, thank you. You make these kind of videos possible, as well as go to the links below and support the channel, Dylan Talks Tone, and I'll leave Texas Toast Guitars linked down there too, so that you can get one of their guitars for yourself, because they're really cool. Or you can come to one of these classes. We'll see ya.